You guys, I have not gotten to do my coffee bar over since Christmas time. Let's go! Hello, if you are new, welcome, and if you are returning, thanks for coming and seeing me again. I'm Noreen Burke, and on this channel, I love doing organizing, decluttering, upcycles, DIYs, and anything crafty. Today we're doing something that I enjoy doing, and I was surprised the first time I shared it with you that you enjoyed watching it, and that is updating my coffee bar with a surprising Dollar Tree item that I seem to be late to the game to. I don't know when these plates came out from Dollar Tree, but I love them, and now that I know they're out, I can't find them. So I started looking online. I found a set for $94 for 14 piece. A 14 piece times $1.25 should be $17.50. Why $94? That is a $76.50 difference, making them $6.71 a piece. Who does that? So I'm really sad. I keep going to all of my Dollar Trees hoping to stumble across them. I finally found 4 plates and 1 bowl, and I know they have different patterns, but all I found were the big plates. So if you have some in your area, oh my gosh, when I get that RV, save them for me and I will drive by and pick them up. But I'm going to do my whole coffee bar around these plates. Before we get into the coffee bar, I wanted to give you guys some quick updates. You have all been so kind and thoughtful and sweet about asking how my dad is. He's doing better. The Whipple procedure is no joke, so it is a long recovery. He still has the feeding tube in. He's having a really hard time gaining weight, but he's with us, he's improving every day, and I am just praying that we continue on that process. So thank you for your well wishes. I hope to never see the hospital we were in again for any circumstance. If you don't know, he was in for 89 days. He had the Whipple procedure for pancreatic cancer. They said it would last from 7 to 10 days for a recovery period. He got sepsis and, well, 89 days later, he was finally well enough to go home after losing almost 45 pounds. It was awful. It was a big ordeal, but he is doing better. So thank you for the prayers, the kind wishes, the checking in. I really appreciate it. And then the other thing I want to update you on is a lot of you have incredible eagle eyes and have noticed that I have new jewelry and wondering what that jewelry is. And yes, this crazy woman who is almost 57 years old, I've had a friend that I've known for 35 years. Last spring, we started talking and thinking, maybe we should try a little bit more than just hanging out and going to movies all the time. So we decided to slowly start dating and see if things happened organically. And boy, have they. I can't imagine a day in my life without this man. And we're getting married. So those of you who have noticed the ring are incredibly detail-oriented, and I'm always shocked because it happened early that you guys were like, hey, what's that ring? So that cracked me up. But that's not why you guys are on this video, so let's get back into the coffee bar. I always start by taking everything down, and I give my bar a good wipe. And I had not touched this since after Christmas, and all I did was take down the Christmas stuff and just leave whatever was there because I was taking care of my dad. I did allow myself to get distracted by doing this watercolor print on a book page, and I'm going to add that to the coffee bar. So now I'm going to clean it all up. I usually use a little bit of Murphy's oil on top of the wood just to clean it up. I'm also giving the chalkboard a good wipe because I have not done anything with that for a little while. Once it's clean and ready to go, I'm going to pull out some buffalo check material that I have. This isn't anything fancy. And I brought out anything that looked like it would match the plates. So I've got some contact paper. I have the little beehive that I made from Dollar Tree rope a couple years ago. I have some candlestick holders. I've got some sunflowers. These little adorable bees that were sent to me by a viewer a few years ago. And this is a sign that I got on clearance at Hobby Lobby for, I think it was something silly like $1.90 because it was clearance from spring. Well, the backside is perfectly good, and I used this before, so I'm going to clean that off and use it with this chalk marker pen. And then I've got some Jenga blocks that I'm going to show you a little trick with. So the first thing I do is arrange the plates where I want them. I wanted all 4 up, but that looked weird, so I think 3 is a better spacing. But this is just a regular shelf. And that means if there's any movement or wind, or if the plates just decide to get squirrely, they're going to fall. So my trick to combat that is with these little Jenga blocks, I'm cutting off some of that alien tape that I tested a week or 2 ago, and I'm going to use those to create a makeshift plant shelf. So to create this ledge, all I'm going to do is take out the alien tape and I'm going to attach the Jenga block directly to it so that I know what the sizing is. I'm going to cut it right at the edge, and I'm going to do this to every one, leaving the backing on so I can peel it off later. Now I'm going to go right up to that plate and I'm going to press it down on the ledge. This is going to hold the plate in place. I'm going to do this for all 3 of these so that I don't have to worry about them falling or slipping off. And I'm trying to decide here if I want the plate in front or behind the lights. And I've decided I like it in front so that it kind of makes the plates glow a little bit more. So I'm going to peel off the back and attach that one to the shelf as well and repeat that with the 3rd. Now the reason I'm not doing one long strip is, as I showed you in the video where I was testing adhesives, to remove alien glue properly, you need to twist it. So these Jenga blocks are the perfect size to be able to twist it off when I am done. Now I like starting with my favorite pieces first, and I'm so excited about having one of these little bowls. So I'm going to build a makeshift tray by using that 4th plate, and I'm going to put the little bowl on top of a candlestick holder. Now I'm using the Crafter's Square. It's actually a wax pen, but they're calling it a chalk marker. I drew a new bee on there. I'm going to take some other pieces that I like and just start arranging it. Now, if you've ever watched me do one of these coffee bars before, I will look up some chalk art on my phone, and I will just draw little designs on there. I'll do that on the back with chalk. I'll do it on the plates. On the plate, I used a dry erase marker to give myself a design, but I'm going to keep moving things around on this coffee bar, stand there and stare at it, decide what I want to do until it finally starts to feel the way I wanted it to feel. I also found these little beehive planters at a thrift store. One was pink, one was green, and one was a gray color. I spray painted them a yellow to match the sunflowers, and I'm using those in the coffee bar so that it looks a little bit more cohesive. I didn't want to show going back and forth, but you could see how I just move things around until I finally get a layout that I like. Now, before I show you the final reveal, I wanted to show you some of the coffee bars that I've done before. This was the first time I did sunflowers and I started sneaking in some of the bees. This was the vintage antique dupes that I did just a few months ago. I have the pumpkins for fall. I love bringing out the fall items and making it look like a completely different color in my kitchen. Of course, spring is so much fun. I really do enjoy the sunflowers. I think this is the 3rd time I've used that, but sometimes I'll go just fresh, floral, and simple. So here's how the final coffee bar looks. I really do enjoy switching this up. This year I noticed without having time, I was really just ignoring my coffee bar. And what happens when you start ignoring spaces? You start shoving things in the open areas. So this little coffee bar was becoming a catch-all. So when I saw those plates, again, it gave me that immediate boost to jump in, redo my coffee bar, make it fresh and exciting, and I wanted to bring you along with that. If you're new to my channel, then I wanted to let you know this coffee bar was a dupe that I copied from Shannon at the Daily DIYer. She used to have a coffee bar just like this, and I loved watching her change things up. I had never even thought of doing that, but now that I have it, it gives me a chance to be decorative and switch things up and create small, inexpensive decor items without it infiltrating my entire house. So this coffee bar has become my favorite spot in my home, and I'm so excited that you guys enjoy watching it as well. So thank you for watching today. Thank you for watching all of the past videos that I've done on my coffee bar. In a few days, I'm going to be going over something that I thought was hysterically funny, and now I want to test them out. But that was the most random ways to use coffee filters. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed today's coffee bar, give that like button a click. And if you are one of my patrons, thank you so much. I could not make these videos without you. If you are not a patron, your watching, liking, commenting, interacting with the video at all helps my channel grow so much. So thank you for being here, and I will see you guys in just a few days. Bye.